Happy Wisdom Wednesday, everyone. So I'm coming to you from beautiful Lahaina in Maui, Hawaii on my honeymoon, but that's not going to stop the book of the week. So the book of the week is called The End of Marketing, Humanizing Your Brand in the Age of Social Media and AI. It's by a good friend of mine, Carlos Gil. Now, I know many of you are thinking, hey, aren't you very skeptical of marketing books? Yes, I am, including this one because, again, it's a marketing book. Doesn't matter whether it's by my good friend or not. But I can tell you there's a reason why I'm doing it as a book of the week, and here's the reason why. Now, a lot of marketing books focus too much on tactics and strategies that are great at the time of their publication. By the time they hit the market, they've been outdated. Carlos here has done a fantastic job really diving into what makes good marketing good, and more importantly, why is it called the end of marketing? It's because these are the days in which brands are trying to become people and people are trying to become brands. Now, the interesting thing about that is that whether you're just a person who has a cell phone and you don't even have your own company, or you're a billion-dollar brand, we all have the same access to the same number of people because the internet has done that. Now, as I mentioned to you before, persuasion, 50% of it really starts from getting attention. If you can't get attention, then you're not going to be able to persuade or market anything at all. But as Carlos indicates in this book, it is one big show, right? And part of the show is not just getting attention, but providing a lot of value to the people in the audience you wish to serve. Carlos definitely outlines a lot of great tactics and strategies and case studies, not only from B2C companies, but also large brands that are B2B. And he does a wonderful job of meshing these two worlds together, which is one thing that a lot of marketers I know struggle with, who happen to be in the B2B world, but are trying to implement B2C tactics and don't know how. He does a fantastic job outlining this. Anywhere from specific influencers like Kim Kardashian and DJ Khaled, all the way to large brands such as Wendys. He really shows the specific case studies and, of course, the steps in terms of how to properly engage with these audience on these various platforms. He covers platforms anywhere from Snapchat to Facebook to Instagram and more. And more importantly, what I do love is that on one side you can be an entrepreneur and read this book and get a lot out of it, and on the other side you could be a brand manager or someone who's leading a large team at a B2B company and still find specific areas where you can map out a strategy for your team. So Carlos does a fantastic job doing that. What I do love is that it's quite a personal journey as well. He went from being unemployed and really struggling all the way to having his own show on the NASDAQ called Real Talk, starting his own agency, getting hired at LinkedIn, and later leaving as well. But he shares a lot of his failures as well. And most of the time, I'm not interested in those kind of stories, but he does a really good job of tying those in and, more importantly, showing you what specific lessons he learned through his failures so that way you can succeed. So it's a great book. I definitely highly recommend it. Carlos, congratulations on writing your first book. I think it was really well done. And again, I was highly critical of it, but you did a fantastic job, and I couldn't recommend it more. So that's your book of the week. Happy Wisdom Wednesday, and from Maui, aloha, and I'll see you next week.